to the PSP DIYs. My name is MJ, and today I'll be teaching you how to knit a beautiful fall pumpkin. For this DIY, you need chunky bulky weight yarn, knitting needles size 8 US or 5 millimeters, a yarn needle, a measuring tape, scissors, chunks of cotton, a cinnamon stick, and if you wish, a small piece of twine. To complete the pattern that I've created for you, start by casting on 32 stitches. If you don't know how to cast stitches, you can watch videos online. Now that you have your 32 stitches on your knitting needle, you will grab your other knitting needle and you will start knitting. The pattern is very simple. It consists of 2 knits and 2 purls. That until the end of the row. So there we go. We knit 1 and 2. Now we're going to purl, so we bring our yarn at the front of our knitting needle and we will poke the needle in the stitch from the top to the bottom, just like that. Wrap it around there we go. We just purled 1 and purl 2. Next is knit 2 and then purl 2 until the end of your row. We're at the end and you should be purling 2. We have 32 stitches, so now we get to purl the last 2 stitches. 1 and 2. So this is what it's going to be like until your work is 6 inches long. That's what it looks like. So my work is 6 inches long. Now we'll grab my yarn. I'll take a lot because I need to make a pumpkin out of this. So I cut right here. And I grab my yarn needle. So what we're going to do is we're going to put the stitches from the knitting needle to the yarn needle. Instead of casting off, this is what we're going to do. So you get all your stitches from your knitting needle to your yarn needle, just like that. And you do it until the end of your row. There we are. Now you need to pull all the yarn from the first stitch to the last stitch, just like that. Now we're going to go back to our first stitch and go through it with our yarn so that it forms a circle. All we need to do now is close that little hole. So you need to pull very tightly and sew everything together. Here we are. I'm just making sure everything is very tight there so it doesn't open up the hole again. Now we grab the work and we sew the sides together until the end of the row. There we go. You want the tail to stay inside, and we will fill it with chunks of cotton. I personally use spider webs because that's what I could find easily during this Halloween time. There we go. We shaped it well. Now we're going to close that last opening by grabbing the stitches all around. Now again, you need to pull and sew everything together so that it doesn't open the hole again. All very tightly. Just like that. Now it starts to look like a pumpkin, but we're not there yet. So grab your yarn from the front to the back of your pumpkin. And I am personally using the pearl rose to do that. It's going to give a little bit more forms to our pumpkin. So you pull it, but you pull it very tightly so that it makes a little bump. There we go. And now I'm going to secure it. Pass it through a loop so that it makes a little knot. And that will make it all secure. There we go. Now I go to my next row with the pearl rose right here. That's where I'll put my next pumpkin line. Grab it from the back of the pumpkin to the front of the pumpkin. And then again, I'm going to pull very tightly and secure it afterwards by making a tiny knot. You do that for all the pearl rows. There we are. That looks like a pumpkin. But we're not there just yet. Now that's when you grab your cinnamon stick. And I'm going to make a little tiny opening with my knitting needle in my pumpkin. And then put the cinnamon stick right in there. And this is how you make a knitted fall pumpkin. Stay tuned for our next PSP DIYs and have a great knitting time.